Hi, all chess goodies. Today I'm gonna show you a game that I played against Nelson Lopez, the guy that runs the big YouTube channel Chess Vibes. And yeah, that's it. Let's see the game. So I got the black pieces. It was a 10-minute rapid game, and he started with e4. So I replied with e5, then knight to f3, knight to c6, and he decided to go for Ponziani. So yeah, I replied with d5 and queen to a4. Now I went for the carrier gambit, which is bishop to d7, and it goes like this: that white takes on d5, then you go knight to d4. Queen has to go back to kind of defend that knight to, well, the queen is on the attack, and yeah, this is kind of a threat because you don't want to get your king side pawn structure messed up like that. So yeah, queen d1 is basically the only move here. And then I took on f3, and he captured with the queen, as I said. And here just a developing move like knight to f6 is a perfectly fine. You are threatening this potentially to win back the pawn, but you're just developing a piece, and it's a gambit. So yeah, you're not you're not aiming to win that pawn back that quickly. You need to play for quick development there. So yeah, here c4 came, and I just developed the bishop. Yeah, I just developed the bishop, and here he just developed the knight to c3. Just a normal way to play the opening. You want to develop your pieces, and here, well, you want to play e4 to open up the e file, but first you need to castle. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. And here bishop to d3 was played. It's a perfectly okay move. I don't know why it says it's a mistake. It's a perfectly fine move to make. It's maybe slightly weaker because, well, okay, it is maybe slightly weaker because of knight to g4, but it's not nothing tragic. And the line with knight to g4 goes like this: knight to g4, then knight to e4 to guard that f2, and now I go with my bishop to d4, h3, and here you go back to h6, and basically you will go f5. That was the idea behind maneuvering the knight like that. It is fine because white can never take that knight with that bishop, or at least not that soon, because the bishop is blockaded by this d pawn, and f5 e4, that would be just a nice position to have, but that did not happen. Did not see that, and I just continued normally like rook e8, just a normal developing move, put the rocks on open lines, and yeah, he just castles, normal move to make. And here I played bishop to g4, attacking the queen. Queen g3 is basically the only move because, well, there is really no other move where you could go, except there's this line that is a possibility, but also, as you can see, the eval bar goes up for me, for in black's favor. It's not a really good thing to do. So just queen g3 is quite a no-brainer for him. And here I played queen c8, which is not best move probably, and I realized that shortly after that, they just h3, and that's it, because the threat behind queen c8 is just knight h5 that would trap the queen eventually after something like this. So that is my intention. That's why I played queen c8, but h3 just kicks the bishop back, and I'm forced to play bishop to h5. And here is just he just wants rook e1, just countering my rook on that open. Well, not open, but this is the main file where you wanna play, where you wanna place the rooks, because there might be some advancements of e4. It is just the most active line. So yeah, and here I went bishop to d6. It threatens e4, another clear threat, and he solved that quite nicely with knight to b5. It attacks the bishop, but I went for e4 anyway, which is not the best move to do, but it is still somewhat okay, yeah. On d6, that is basically forced, I recaptured, and now just bishop to f1, keep protecting that c4 pawn that is under attack from the queen on c8, and here this pawn is under attack, so I just went queen d7, and now just b3, and here b5, which is a quite a nice attempt to mess up the white's pawn structure on the queen side that is currently quite nice to actually destroy it. If he takes on b5, then I'm really happy I can just take on d5, and if he does not, then eventually I will take that, and if he takes with the bishop or with the pawn, doesn't really matter, or well, it does, but it will damage white's pawn structure there. So that was my intention behind b5, but he just developed the bishop to b2 to this very nice and strong diagonal, since I don't have a dark square counter to his dark square bishop. And this is also just a threat, yeah, of winning my knight. So I went back with the bishop to g6. It blocks off this pin, so there's no longer a threat. It would still mess up my pawn structure. I would have to recapture it with the g-pawn. But then I thought that I could go to h8 and have a nice open g-file to reverse the attack, because I'm still down a pawn from the opening. And that is also the main reason why this position is worse, as you can see. But it is still playable. I mean, there are complications, so we are also both around 3 minutes barrier, so yeah. Here he went rook a to d1 with the intention of playing d3, because once this pawn is gone, then my pressure suddenly quite disappears, yeah, because this pawn is really controlling white's territory. And yeah, once he tries that pawn, as I said, I would basically have nothing for that pawn that I'm down. But yeah, so I took on on c4. He recaptured with the bishop, and here I played rook a d8 with the intention of playing queen b7 and attacking this pawn. That would be very nice for me if I could win that pawn back. And he went a4, just expanding on the queen side, pushing these pawns forward. But I want queen to b7 anyway. It attacks that pawn. So he now decided to capture this knight to eliminate the pressure. So I recaptured, and now he went d3 for that plan. But now, well, I could take, I decided to go for f5 to keep my pawn on e4. So he traded once, and then bishop to b5 attacks the rook, and also he wants to plant his bishop on c6. So I went rook e5, nicely shifting the rook into the attack potentially, and bishop to c6. Queen e7, just putting the queen back to a nice line, and also supporting rook g5 ideas in the future. And here you went rook e3, but as you can see, we are both getting quite low on time. So yeah, that's where a lot of mistakes are gonna happen. So here rook g5, which is a fine move, and queen to f4. And here I want king h8 to create a room for the rook. But here he played rook d1, rook g8, and now g3, because he wanted to defend against this battery here at least a little bit. And then rook back to e5, because I didn't really know what to do. But here he played one move that gave me big chances of actually winning this, and that was king to h2. That is quite a quite a blunder, I would even say, because he was better the whole game. Now I can play rook f5. Yeah, just rook f5, and now queen h6, and I can maybe take on f2, then king g1, and now I can play queen to f6, and I get the pawn back, and I have quite a nice attack going on here. Unfortunately, with that time on the clock, I did not see that, and I went bishop to f5 instead, which drops the advantage back. And yeah, bishop to f5, and now g4. So I just went back with the bishop to c8, and here f3, and here I played rook g to g5, which is a blunder, because after this I took here, he recaptured with the rook, I went rook e5, he took, I took with the pawn. Now we are in this endgame where, well, white is just up 2 pawns, and that's basically it. That's basically it. And also, I'm only down to 15 seconds, and he still has 55 seconds. So yeah, it was quite tough. He went queen e4, I played f6, and here b4, queen d6, b5, a6, b6. Yeah, you can see how far that b pawn advanced in just a couple of moves. Here I tried one last idea, which was queen c5, because if now he would go for b7, suddenly it's a perpetual like that. Unfortunately for me, that did not happen. He saw that and he responded quite nicely with f4, which is not best, but it works as well. And as I said, the time is even my bigger issue, I would say. But yeah, I played couple more moves like that. Queen blocks, queen takes f4. Capturing on b6 was better, but it's hard when you play on 6 seconds. Yeah, now queen g3, queen d2, queen blocks again, he repeated once. But here he just went king h1, I gave a check, queen g1, and here on 5 seconds I panicked and I went queen to c5, just giving up the queen in one move, just blundering. So yeah, after he took the queen, I resigned the game. And yeah, it was a nice game, quite an unfortunate loss. I had that one chance there, I would say, in the whole game. I had just that one chance, just about, not there. But with that, after that, king h2. Yeah, this was my chance. I missed it, and yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, I think it was a nice game overall, and please share this video if you wanna see maybe to get another shot against Nelson. And yeah, that is the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You can check out my other video here. And as I said, I would very much appreciate if you would share this video. And yeah, thank you for watching.